All right, everybody. So, like I said, we had some ads going, and we had all kinds of different ways for people that are looking to maybe make a career shift in 2025 for a career in real estate. So instead of taking 45 individual calls, what I did was put together this little presentation for everybody. Hopefully that answers all your questions. We talk about, the process of becoming a real estate agent. We talk about our scholarship opportunities. We talk about the job. And then at the end here, we'll have a little Q&A. And if you have any questions at the end, more than happy to stick around and answer them for you. And if it's a good fit and you think it's something that you want to pursue, then we could, take the conversation a little bit further. But let's get right to it. Everybody can see the screen. Take that as a yes. We're all muted. All right. So who the heck you talking to, right? Um, Jason Giomboni. I'm the team lead for EXP Realty. I own the Scranton Wilkes-Barre office. I've had over 400 transactions sold in my career. I average about 5 deals per month. Currently on our team, we have 15 agents, one admin and a full-time transaction coordinator as well. Um, I've been a five-time Icon agent. That's the top 3% out of like the 90,000 agents at EXP. I have personally, I own and manage 25 plus multifamily properties in the area. So if you're interested in real estate investing, I can help you with that as well. We have a little podcast for real estate agents. It's called Shark Nation. That's fun. We do it every Monday. I'm part owner of Keystone Property Management. We have a property management company. We also part owner in a title and abstract company. And so that's a little bit about me. Right. So why do most people want to start a career in real estate, right? A lot of people like the freedom. The freedom's the big thing. Work when you want, the flexibility. You're not have to call off for doctor's appointments or kid social events and things like that. You can kind of determine your own schedule every day. Another thing is big is unlimited earning potential, right? How many of us are capped in our regular jobs? I had a W-2 job for 15 years, and no matter how hard I worked, I was kind of capped on the salary that I made. You know, most people like to help others, right? You see HGTV, you see people showing houses, everybody's having a good time, and it looks easy, right? So that's always a reason people get into it. Maybe you like decorating and design, and that's just been something that you've been interested in. Some people get into it because there's a low barrier to entry. You don't need a formal college degree to get into this business. It's like a 72 or 75-hour course that you could take either in person or online, and I'll talk much more about that. But pass your state and national exam, and bam, you're a business owner. Um, some people like it for the networking opportunities, the entrepreneurship. Like I said, you're your own boss. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but it's a 1099 sales position. Um, it's a cool industry. People like people that are in real estate. There's a reason why, there's TV shows like Million Dollar Listing and Selling Sunset and all that kind of stuff. It's because people like the dynamics of it, the negotiation, and the hustle and bustle, right? And then, the big one's potential for financial security, right? If you're your own boss, you can't fire yourself, right? So, what do I need to become a real estate agent, and how much does it cost? So getting licensed, like I said, in Pennsylvania, there's a 72-hour pre-licensing course. You can take that either online or in person. Um, and that's for the Pennsylvania salesperson license. Then you'll have to pass the state and the national exam. You'll take them both at the same time. Um, say if you pass the state and you fail the national, then you'd only have to take the national one. You don't have to keep taking them over and over again, right? So once you pass the exams, then you'll get licensed with the state of Pennsylvania. Then you could join a brokerage, and then you could join a local realtor association. Where we are, we're Luzerne County Association of Realtors, but there's all kinds of different ones around here that you could join. Um, I have an affiliation with an online school. If you want and you are interested, remind me later or shoot me a message. There's actually for the end of year, they have 50% off the online class. So, how much does it cost, right? So, your real estate course online, you're probably with the discounts and stuff, probably around $300. The course or the exams are about $50 to take. If you take the in-person class, it's a little bit more. The in-person class is right around $450. It all depends on how you like to learn. Some people, like when I took it, I like to be in class. Um, there's a great class in Plains Township, right on River Street by the Jazz Cafe, the Pennsylvania Real Estate Academy. Larry does a great job on his course. He offers morning and night sessions. I talked to him too about what I was doing today, and there's a discount available for the in-person course as well. So you have your course and your exam fees just to get started. Getting licensed with the state, I think it's like $100. And then you have to get a background check, which is like $10. Okay. So that'll get you licensed, right? So I just want to let you know the upfront costs of becoming a real estate agent. Then you'll have your MLS dues yearly to become a member of the National Association of Realtors and Pennsylvania Association of Realtors. There's a yearly fee. It's around $500 to $600, paid one time yearly. Then every month to access like what's called our local MLS, the multiple listing service, it's about $45 to have access to that, so you could search for houses and all that kind of good stuff, run comps and all that kind of stuff. So I say it costs about $150 a month, to become a real estate agent, plus your yearly dues. Okay. Then you'll have your brokerage split. Each one's different. I'm not going to go too much into our different splits, but you know, you don't get 100% of every house that you sell. You usually have a commission split with your brokerage. So typically, I'll give you an example with eXp Realty. The commission split is 80-20 to start. So that means you get 80% of the commission, eXp would get 20% of that commission up into a certain point, and then you're 100% for the year. But I'm not going to go too deep in the weeds. If you want to have that conversation afterwards, we could certainly talk about that. Payment, like I said, you'll have your monthly and your yearly, and then any kind of additional fees and expenses, it's a commission-based sales job. So you have gas, you have possible tolls, you have, all that kind of stuff that goes into it in addition to all your monthly fees. You have to just kind of think of all your expenses that you'll have with it, and like I said, real estate is a commission-based 1099 job. There's no benefits, there's no time off, there's none of that stuff that comes with a traditional job. We only get paid when we sell houses. Now, at first, when I started, I thought like, oh man, that's not great, right? But then I realized, okay, I'm not capped on how much I can make. So I could afford the insurances and all that kind of stuff by just selling more properties. All right, so let's talk about our scholarship to become an agent, right? So we're offering a scholarship to, for full-time agents only. We still will take part-time agents if you're still looking to do kind of part-time or on the side. We could certainly discuss that, but our real estate scholarships for full-time agents, covers your either online or in-person course. We pay for the books and we pay for the exams. All right, so how does that work? So you'll pay upfront because if you don't pass all that stuff, or don't take the courses when you're supposed to, we want to kind of have you have some skin in the game. As soon as you pass both the exams, you'll get 50% of the cost back. And then after 30 days after onboarding, you'll get the remainder back for that scholarship. So we're looking for agents, either full-time or part-time. And then you have to commit to our team for 1 year. The reason being is if we're gonna, support you to get your license and get you all trained up, we want you to commit to us for 1 year for being a part of the team. I think that sounds pretty fair. And then after that, if you're not happy, which I've never had anybody not happy with the training and support and systems and processes that we provide, that we continue to build our business relationship. So, what are the most common misconceptions about being in real estate? Right? The reality is 87% of agents fail within their first year, and 95% fail out within the first 5 years. And I want to let you know ahead of time what you're getting into. Like I said, um, why do people fail? Unrealistic expectations. They don't realize that it's a sales job. Many people that enter the industry, believing it's easy, quick money. HGTV, you go show 3 houses, they pick one, and you don't have to do anything after that, right? You don't realize the financial investment required to succeed. Like I said, you have your yearly and monthly dues and all that kind of stuff. If you're not selling houses, you're not going to have the money to do that. And let's talk a little bit about that with the how you get paid. So, like I said, we only get paid when we close on houses. So, if you found somebody that was looking to either buy or sell a house today, if they were paying cash for the house, you're still looking at 30 days to get paid. Anything with a loan, you're looking at 45 to 60. So, it's winter. It's actually snowing at my house right now. So I always equate it to, being a squirrel. You want to put a little bit of nuts aside for those financial commitments. So then when the time comes, you're ready, right? But a lot of people can't plan ahead of time because they're used to, every 2 weeks I get paid. Um, Other reasons that they fail is a lack of training and support. This is a big one. Most agents don't get any kind of mentorship or training. Without guidance to learn how to generate leads, right? Negotiate deals or manage your clients, you struggle to build momentum. I always say the toughest part of this job, like if you equate it to anything, it's kind of like picture a big boulder in front of you. It takes a lot of momentum to get that boulder going, but once you get that momentum going, then your business is going and that boulder starts moving on its own. But it takes a lot of effort up front, a lot of legwork for it. And another part is inconsistent lead generation. Like I said, it's a sales job. Most people don't like cold calling. I'll talk a little bit about it in later on, but there's different strategies to help you overcome that. And it's not as difficult as you think. And one of the things that we do and what we train on in the team, it's called, instead of cold calling, you could have a warm outreach, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And we talked about poor financial planning. It's an irregular pay schedule. You might get paid $10,000 this month and 2,000 next month, and then 3,000 the following month, and then 15,000 the next month. It all varies based on your production. So you have to be able to manage your money well. Ineffective time management. This is one of the biggest things that I see is the reason why most agents fail. They can't handle the freedom. You know, if you don't have somebody over your shoulder every day telling you, hey, you have to be here at 9 and leave at 5, sometimes you Netflix and chill. Sometimes you're watching the soaps during the day instead of doing your prospecting stuff. It's fun for a little bit and it's nice when, we have that flexibility and freedom, but you want to earn that opportunity. You don't want to just take it for granted. You have to run this business like a business. Um, and then fear of rejection, when you're calling strangers and asking to see if they're looking to buy or sell real estate or invest or rent properties or anything like that, you're going to be told no. You know, you're going to be told some not not so nice stuff, right? But you have to be able to overcome that rejection and find the person that is looking for some help, right? And then insufficient marketing or branding. You know, not being able to market yourself as a realtor. Don't be that secret agent where you had your license for 3 years and then nobody knows that you were a real estate agent. I actually had a guy that came on my team, and when he first started, he said I had 6 people buy and sell houses that I knew that didn't use me because they didn't know I was an agent. It's like, think of the opportunity lost there. Another big one, lack of systems and processes, right? You got to have ways to track your leads, track your transactions, maintain your client relationships. Without these, you're going to lose opportunities. Missed opportunities is missed income, right? And then there's no differentiation between you and other agents. There's a lot of agents in Pennsylvania, like 10,000. What's going to make you separate yourself from every other agent there? And I have this conversation a lot in our team trainings. But a lot of times what we do is we'll get on the phone and we'll go right from a conversation to a showing and we don't provide value. And that's how you become a commodity. Everybody thinks that, okay, you're just going there and you're just going to open the door and, here's the kitchen. It's like, no duh, right? So, how do we differentiate ourselves from every other agent? And we have ways to do that, right? And then emotional and mental burnout, like I said, the stress of a regular income, it's not for everybody. Having demanding clients, the fast-paced nature of real estate, uh, it could be tough for sure. And we want to let you know ahead of time for that. We have a whole schedule that, how to build your day for success. And one of the things that we do is like shut the phone off for a little bit, take some time for yourself. So then that way you could, get yourself back together, especially if you had a rough morning or, you're going to have a lot of stuff going on in the afternoon. How to avoid that mental burnout, right? Just kind of detach and, get off the social medias and all that kind of stuff. So, um, like I said, how to beat the odds. To succeed, new agents must enter with realistic expectations. You have to have a strong work ethic and a willingness to learn and persevere. Like I said, it's a long game, but once you get that ball rolling, this career could be one of the best careers you ever had. All right. So how do we become a top producer? Right. So 7% of agents make about 93% of the income in this business. That's crazy, right? But what do they have in common? Consistent lead generation. We like to say hunt in the morning, eat in the afternoon, right? Every day you have to be lead generating. We say an hour of prospecting, talking to new people, and an hour of follow up a day, and you'll be a top agent in this business. Working 2 hours a day over, people sometimes agents they'll trade working 40-hour week for working 2 hour days, 8 hours a week. If you just did that every single day, 1 hour contacting new people, 1 hour following up with everybody that you spoke to the previous days and your current clients, that's all it takes, to be honest with you. It's crazy. Except exceptional client service. You want to, like I said, talking about differentiation and helping separate yourself from the competition. One thing that we do for the team, we have a white glove listing service that no other brokerage or agents have around here. We have a buyer's advantage program, different guarantees that we provide to our clients to help show why we're better than they are. Um, and then, like I said, mastering the follow up. Many deals are lost from poor communication. Communication is one of the best skills and the biggest things that you're going to need to succeed in this industry. All successful agents understand that it takes about 8 to 12 touches to convert a lead and stay in constant communication till the deal closes, right? So what do? We call them once, they don't answer, we say this lead sucks. But, our team, we have proven processes where call, text, email for the first 5 days, right? That's 15 touches, right? That's how we increase our conversion rate and help get you successful and keep you on track. And like I said, treating your business like a business. You're self-employed, you're a 1099 independent agent, right? You'll join a brokerage and we're all a team, but you have to run it like a business. Keep track of your expenses, stick to a work schedule, prospect and follow up. Develop your business plan. What's my marketing strategy going to be? What's my advertising going to be? What's my brand going to be? All these kind of things. What kind of systems and processes do I want to make it so I could remember all the clients that I talk to so I could get it out of my head and into a database system, what we'll talk about a little bit. And you want to be investing in your education and training, right? One of the things that we talk about on the team all the time is being the master of your craft, knowing everything that you can about residential real estate, commercial real estate, rental properties, investment properties, all that kind of stuff. So then that way you're the go-to resource for your clients. So you always want to be learning, right? Then building strong networks, you know, the different groups that you're in. What kind of, sporting events are your kids in? What kind of groups in a dart league or a pool league or anything like that? What kind of networking groups could you join, or join real estate related groups, or your local charters, all that kind of stuff with that group to help build your network of clientele, right? So last couple things that we'll talk about today, and then I'll open it up to some Q&As. You want to build a predictable business. You want to develop some type of lead generation system, right? Is it going to be social media, right? So I always say, you know, everybody's like, well, who do I talk to, Jay? First thing to do, I'd say take a look at everybody that's a contact on your phone, right? That's warm outreach, right? Everybody that you have as an email contact, all your friends on social media, right? Start with that. That's more of a warm outreach, so it's not talking to strangers. Cold calling and all that is talking to people you don't know. What we want to do is start kind of working with the people that we do know. And it'll help build your lead generation system, but you should focus on a couple different things. What's my strategy going to be for lead generation? Am I going to go door knocking? I don't feel like doing that. Okay. Well, do I want to call for sale by owners? Do I want to call expired listings? Do I want to have a social media presence? How am I going to let people know that I'm a real estate agent and generate leads for my business, right? Mastering the follow up. Um, just to kind of touch on that, it goes into the lead generation system, but setting daily metrics. How many calls, texts, and emails do you need to do in order to convert a lead, and knowing your numbers, right? And one of the biggest things that you could get, and if you're going to be a real estate agent, I highly recommend doing this early on in your career, is using a CRM. We use Follow Up Boss for our team. There's all kinds of different ones that are out there, but basically it's a client system where you can put their name, phone number, email address in there for all your leads, and then you can put notes on there so you know exactly what they're looking for. So when you have a conversation with them, it's like, okay, they're looking for 3-bed, 2-bath in Dallas school district under 350,000. So then that way, next time you talk to them, you don't have to remember all this. It's all in a system that's trackable, and then you can move them through the system. Um, and like I said, follow up, timing matters. Speed to lead matters. When somebody calls you, you know, you need to be able to answer your phone. One of the biggest ways that agents fail is they don't answer their phone. And guess what? Clients are needy, right? Think of the on-demand society that we have with Amazon and everything else. People want stuff now. If you don't answer, they're going to call somebody that does. So you need to be constantly communicating, constantly following up with your clients. Um, Automate wherever possible. There's drip campaigns, so you could send like automated messages for following up. Like I said, you want to have multiple touch points. But one of the biggest mistakes agents do is they don't ask clients how they want to be contacted. Which way do you prefer to be contacted? Would you like me to call you? You want me to text you? You want me to email it? Just be showing that active listening skill. You're going to build much more rapport with the person than just saying, "Oh, I text them all the time." And it's like, uh, call me. All right. Building a referral network. Like I said, you want to delight your clients, provide an exceptional experience for them. Think about Apple. Why is Apple such a big brand? Right? It starts with everything that they do is top notch. You might not like all their products, but they make it easy. When you open the box, the packaging's beautiful. You want to create that client experience for your clients, right? A couple things that we do is we have a whole buyer advantage program and a consultation where we explain the whole buying process to people, talk about all our guarantees, talk about the whole process of buying real estate, right? So we keep them informed. Once they go under contract, we keep them up to date with all the steps along the way. After they close, we have like a moving survival kit, that has like toilet paper and paper towels and all the essentials when they're moving in a nice little tote bag. We look professional with all our folders and marketing materials. After they close, we also offer a housewarming party, right? So it's another way for you to get in front of their sphere of influence and be in the center of attention. Who doesn't like the person that brings food to the party, right? So we're trying to create an experience for clients that people are going to talk about so you'll get more repeat business. Uh, So you want to have a referral network like that. Don't be afraid to ask for referrals, right? Do you know anybody that's looking to buy or sell real estate? Don't be that secret agent. And then create that marketing strategy. What's your social media presence? Are you going to create a business page? Do you want to use Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn? Where do you want to be known? I always say you want to focus on one or two different platforms. Like for me, I'm Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right? And then I could create one piece of content and post it to all those different platforms. Same one piece of content, multiple platforms. So I'm hitting different people where they're at. Email, we do a monthly newsletter. You can send market updates, what the current interest rates are, how many houses are on the market, the average sales price, all that kind of stuff. So it shows you as the expert in the industry. Do you want to do blogs? Video is key. I always say I have a face for radio, but unfortunately, you got to be on video these days. It just helps you build that connection with people. There's a study that's done that, people can't differentiate them looking on their phone as opposed to, think of the rapport that people on news TVs or on television have, right? It's that same type of relationship that you're building by just being on video. So it's a great strategy to have. And like I said, the key to success is consistency. You want a predictable business, it's not built overnight. Consistent daily efforts. One of my coaches says it's like eating rocks. Every day you're just doing the same thing over and over and over. Don't get attracted to any shiny objects. If you just consistently put in the work, you're going to be successful. A couple things real quick to end with our core values as a team. Real estate's what we do, it's not why we do it. One of our main core values is family first always. Like I said, real estate's what we do, it's not why we do it. On our team, we believe in teamwork. Some people are going to be doing this as a part-time job. We want other agents on the team to help out if you need coverage for showings or closings or anything like that. We all work together. We're action takers. We don't wait for things to come to us. We want to go out and get it. Our clients are always the number one priority. We do what's best for their best interest, not ours. I always tell people, hey, I'll show you 100 houses. Once we find the right one, then it's my job. You tell me which house you want, and then it's my job afterward to make it happen, right? And then we're accountable, right? We're not in the blame society. If we make a mistake, we own it. And then that discipline, like we talked about, getting up every day and doing your prospecting and follow up. It's going to build your business and it's going to lead you to heights that you never dreamt of. And we have an abundance mindset. There's a lot, everybody's like, well, I don't want to tell anybody about my secrets because I don't want XYZ. It's like, there's enough business in this area for all of us. You just have to go out there and get it. And then, like I said, we believe in mastery. We want to own our craft. We want to be the best in the industry. We want to be the one that people talk about when they talk about real estate agents. And then lastly, I'll leave you with this and then we'll open it up to some Q&A. Positive attitude. On our team, we have a no a-hole rule. We want to work with people that like to have a good time and have a positive attitude. We don't want any negative Nellies on the team. We like to have a lot of fun. We do a lot of stuff in the community. And we like to have fun as a group with some team activities. We just had our holiday party, just a little get together with some pizza and beers, and we do community things. We uh, donated to the women's rescue group that takes care of women that are in domestic violence situations. We donate for endangered animals, the rescue out in Dallas. We took the team to Dave and Buster's, and all just had a blast there. So real estate is what we do, but not why we do it. And we'd like to have a lot of fun here. So with that, is real estate, the career right for you? I'll open it up if anybody has any questions. Just unmute yourself, and we'll go from there.
So the question I wanted to ask if you guys do mentorship during the course, like during the studies.
Yep. So during the course, if you take the course in person, it's twice a week. Um, The course is really going to get you prepared to pass the exam. It doesn't get you
Mhm.
prepared for, the real estate career. I always say focus on the course first because in reality, you're probably not going to use a lot of the stuff from there. Pass the exam, and then we could focus on building up your real estate career. Our real estate training and support I'll put up against anybody in the country, and I'm not just BSing. We have a 2 week boot camp where you get trained exactly all the systems, processes, the sales process, what to say, how to say it, all that kind of good stuff, all our state specific contracts. You'll have homework assignments on that where you'll be up and running hopefully within the first 2 weeks. The average time for a new agent without any kind of mentorship or guidance to get their first paycheck is around 6 months. I want to try to get you down to, 60 to 90 days.
Mhm. All right. If nobody else have any question, I would just ask about the monthly fees that you spoke about in regards to marketing. Does that cover like leads and additional business cards and stuff like that?
No, great question. So it would depend. If a member of our team, we have an in-house social media person to help you build out your branding. Um, that monthly fee covers all your technology fees. There's no we have a little bit of a different commission split with the team, and we provide leads, the systems, the training, and all that kind of stuff as part of the team setup. If you're an individual solo agent, then you'd have your monthly dues plus you'd have to be paying for your lead generation stuff. That's why I formed the team to kind of help make it, make real estate a little bit more bearable by not having so much of the upfront fees where, my team, we pay for all the leads for the team
Okay.
and they're rolling
I have
in.
one more. I don't know. Nobody's asking, so I'll just go
No,
again.
you're good. Hey, these are great questions. I'm sure everybody
Um,
else has similar ones.
I heard something. I'm not sure I understand because I'm not from the US. I'm Jamaican. I just moved there like a month ago. So I was
Hmm.
trying to understand.
Right.
They were talking about the buyer's market and the seller's market and the changes that are going on and what percentage people now have to pay up to the agents,
Yeah, so
you
I think
know.
what you're talking about is there was an NAR lawsuit that just got settled. The whole gist of the lawsuit was buyer broker compensation. Um, the lawsuit stated that the people that were selling their homes didn't know that they were also compensating the buyer's agent. So if you have a house to sell, you'll have the agent that represents the person selling the house, that's the listing agent, and then you'll have the agent that's representing the buyer that's buying the house. So two sides, right? The
Mhm.
lawsuit stemmed from, the seller saying that they didn't know that they were paying the agent on the other side their commission too. So there were some changes that came into effect of August of this year where, before you show any houses, you have to have a buyer agency contract signed with the buyer and explain all your fees up front. Um, and then it's kind of similar, but on the sales agreement now it has buyer broker compensation, so everything's transparent and upfront on that.
But it doesn't make any major changes. The people are still paying the same money which they would in the event. That's what I'm trying to understand.
It's all negotiable. So yeah, I mean, traditionally, the seller would pay the listing commission and the buyer commission. I've seen it stay relatively the same. I've also had deals where the buyer paid their agent directly, and they didn't ask for compensation from the seller as part of the deal. So it all depends on the
Okay.
client and the situation. Some people, for a first time home buyer, they might not be in a position to have the money to cover your commission, plus their down payment and their closing costs. So maybe they might be able to roll that into the loan with some seller concessions, or maybe the seller will pay that as part of the offer price.
Okay. Understood.
And you team up with people from different states?
So
Like
we have different affiliations. Our brokerage EXP is a global brokerage, so we do have partnerships in other states. I could help on the back end as far as helping you grow your business, and then we could get you a local mentor for that's state specific to help guide you with all the local docs.
okay, I just like I mean more so like I get what you're saying. Just like say if I have a friend in New Jersey
Yeah.
and like I don't want to go out there, drive out there because they live very, very far, like Ohio. And then I
Mhm.
just call somebody from this company. We kind of team up and then do like a split.
Yep.
Like do they do okay,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. We,
like
we call it
splits.
our EXP referral network. So like I have right now I have a deal that's going on in Colorado, and I have somebody else that after this call I have to find a listing agent in South Carolina. I'm not driving down there. And just so you know, for the sake of this, you're only licensed to be able to sell in Pennsylvania when you get your license. You could also get licensed in multiple states, but for the sake of this call, we're just talking about Pennsylvania. But yeah, we do have opportunities if you have different business and different, I mean, we're global. So if you have business anywhere in the world, you could get a referral for that and get paid on clients that you have out of state. Any other questions? And like I said, if you don't feel comfortable asking during the Zoom or whatever, hit me up. I'm an open book, call, text, anytime. More than happy to help you. I was nervous. I started as a W-2 employee. I was an IT guy for Canon for 12 years. No, almost 15 years. Jesus, it's been so long. But I started getting into real estate, got my license because I couldn't get an agent to show me a house, and I was buying my own investment properties. So I'm like, I'll just get my license going, and kind of just snowballed from there. And I was really on the fence on making that jump from my W-2. My wife, I was making six figures at the time. And I was talking to my wife about it, and I'm like, I'm going. She's like, all right, let's do it. Was I a little bit nervous about covering the insurance and all that kind of stuff? For sure. But it's the best decision I've made, and I've doubled my income ever since, and I have unlimited income potential. The more I work, the more I get paid. It's not like other industries. Somebody message in the chat. How many years have I had my license? So I've been licensed since 2018. And then I've had my broker's license for three years, maybe something like that. Any other questions? Yeah, if you don't feel comfortable asking, there's a little chat button down there. Any other questions?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, hi. Um, you have the online discount codes for taking the pre-licensing courses.
yeah.
I
There's
live,
oh,
I
go ahead.
don't live very close to you.
What's that?
And now I'm about an hour from your location.
Okay.
And I wondered how it worked with coming in and working in the office or what was involved with that.
No, that's a great question. So, yep, the online course, we do have a 50% off code for the end of the year. I'll probably just message everybody out the code and the replay of this. So I'll send that out for sure. I'll make a note of it. As far as flexible schedule, this is a great question, and I should have covered this earlier, but hey Jay, I work a full-time job. When am I going to get trained? So I put together a real estate academy so you could do kind of a self-paced training on all the Pennsylvania specific stuff, our systems, processes, and all that kind of stuff um, to get it going. So you could do online, our online real estate academy, and then we could set up one-on-one time to either do a Zoom or a Google Meet or something like that, or if you want to come into the office and learn. So there's no kind of in-office requirements for being part of the team. We have other agents that don't live super close to, and they like that I'm an IT guy and do Zooms and Google Meets and all that kind of good stuff.
Thank you.
And just to kind of give you an idea of like a weekly schedule for like, so every Monday morning at 9 o'clock, we have what we call our pods. That's where we kind of discuss the business that we have going on. So each agent will talk about who's their top 5 most likely to transact next. Do I know their top 5 must-haves? Are they considered qualified as a hot buyer or seller? Right. So we go through that, and everybody really loves that call because, it helps you kind of move the needle with every one of your clients. And something that I might give as advice for one agent might be a similar situation for them. So that's every Monday at 9. That's a Google Meet. 10 o'clock every day on Google Meet. We kind of go arm in arm for prospecting hours, right? So we all prospect together. We don't, everybody kind of mutes their mics and stuff like that, but it's like a team camaraderie type of thing. So you can come in and go in for that. I hired the best literally in the world for helping with role play and objection handling. So if you contact people and they say, I didn't click on that, or I'm just looking, like, how do you handle that type of objection? So we have that Tuesday at 2 and Friday at 11:30 every week, and then also another in-person or online thing with them, every other week too, specifically for you and your business. Our team meetings are either in office or Zoom. I'm going to record them, but they're every Tuesday from like 1 to 3. And part of that is that prospecting role play time. Any other questions? In real estate, you have to be flexible, as you can hear in the background. One of the agents got the key stuck in the door for our office today, so I am doing this Zoom from my home office, and I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old dog that are going crazy right now, so you probably hear them in the background, but it's all good. You got to be adaptable. But if anybody has any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out to me, here to help. Look forward to helping you with your journey in real estate. And if you have any other questions, just hit me up, guys. Thank you.